You've heard of stealth radar? Sure. Well, meet Z-52, where stealth sonar is a thing, and it should be a terrifying thought for any legendary tier DD player. I'm looking at you, Shima players, with 500 kills painted on your bows. The sonar on the ship reaches almost 6 kilometers and it lasts 2 minutes. Yeah, it's good. Now, there are some big downsides to this destroyer as well, including a major handicap as far as I'm concerned. But for now, let's just set her up so we can jump into a match. My modules. Aiming systems in slot 1 definitely would go with that. The turret rotation is already 10 seconds, pretty fast, so you don't have to worry about that. Propulsion mod, because you're going to be spending a lot of time cap contesting in smoke using sonar soap, you want to be able to accelerate quickly. Conceal and reload. Again, there's no use in using range because you're going to be fighting pretty close, and the torpedoes, I would mostly ignore them and focus on the guns. More on that later though. My commander, nice free-to-play guy, Eric Bay. The only change that I may make is using listen closely. It could be more beneficial to have more sonars that reload more quickly, but I don't know, the jury's out, we'll have to decide on that. Billy Sims absolutely is one of my inspiration choices. As a German destroyer, I feel like Z-52's health pool is a little disappointing, and then Mordov for the guns. So yeah, that's the build for now. Let's go jump into a match. Oh, Northern Waters, eh? All right, perfect. Well, the first thing I'm gonna look at is what kind of ships are in the enemy team. 3 DDs, a cruiser, no carriers, I love it. Legendary tier is at least good for that. The cruiser, they do have a radar cruiser, so we'll have to be careful there. Definitely looking at the map, I don't want to go to A side, and it looks like the destroyer that spawned on C is already leaving his cap, so yeah, let's go to C. I hate fighting on A side on this map, especially in a destroyer. Just with the islands the way they're set up, it kind of puts you in a bad position. You either go around the edge and you're torping straight into bows of ships, or you stay mid where you're really vulnerable from a lot of different directions, I feel like. The Brisbane is part of a div, and that's another thing to look for if you're a newer player. Divisions always spawn mid, so you can kind of figure out where the enemy ships are going to be. So there should be a Shimakaze, a Brisbane, and a Yamato, there he is, spawning right in mid. So yeah, we'll go to C. We have this awesome sonar. Let's see if we can put it to use. I mean, this should be deadly for cap contesting early on, especially against unsuspecting Shimakazes. So let's see if I am right about that. Now, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but the big disadvantage that I was talking about on this thing, the ship's a chunk. This is one big destroyer, and of course leave it to the Germans, the same guys that built Europe's biggest battleships, the Tirpitz being the heaviest one that ever came from a European nation, I believe in World War II, the creators of the Gustav gun, and the guys that built the Moss, the 188-ton World War II tank. So yeah, Z-52 is thick. Twist and track's right off the left side here, so I'm hoping we get a DD that's gonna come out and play. I can't tell if the smoke screen... Okay, yeah, we're contesting somebody, so we're actually going to load the AP. I don't know if you noticed, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Shimakaze. Okay, we definitely have a Shima, so I might actually back up because I bet he got spotted, he got a little spooked, he's going to smoke, and he might stay in that smoke screen, so I think if I back up, I could probably get him in sonar range. Oh my, okay, that Colombo is very close. We'll have to be careful of that. Shima has some good support from Colombo. SAP secondaries are dangerous. But yeah, let's see if we get this guy in sonar range. And again, AP. Oh, yep, there he is. All right, we'll see how the AP does. If he's angled just enough, we can deal some saucy hits. That's 4 pins. 2 more pins. So yeah, we're dealing good damage, and we're wanting to do this because the HE on German destroyers, it's really not that good. 3 pins, 1 overpin. Okay. So yeah, decent damage on the Shimakaze there. Yeah, the HE shell alpha, it's 1500 per shell. The AP shell alpha it's double that, 3000. So as long as you're getting pins and not overpinning, then you definitely want to try to sling the AP in this ship. It's going to make a world of difference when it comes to fighting DDs. Colombo, I'm not sure what he's going to do, so let's just drop some torps here and take a couple more cheeky shots at the Shimakaze. 5 pins. He's not having a good day, and then he finally bounced one. Now, the AP doesn't always work that well in my experience from playing German DDs. Like, I've tried AP only Z-44, I've tried AP only Z-23, and it doesn't always go quite that well. If enemy DD captains are smart and they just stay broadside to you, I mean, you can overpin all day, or if they angle, say you have a daring or something like that, and they just go bow in where they have 66% of their guns on you, there's nothing you can do. You have to switch to the HE. So it's not always that magical, but that was a pretty good exchange. We got the Columbo to damage con as well. So yeah, let's throw some torps back over here. And hey, our Shimakaze came back from mid. Kind of an odd play, but it looks like these torps are going to be pretty saucy here on, what is that, a Montana? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nicely done. Yes, that is a dead Montana, and Columbo eats 2 more for us. So this is going pretty good. And as a battleship captain, it should tell you that you shouldn't outpush your destroyer support. Now, I don't think these guys knew that they were pushing into 2 DDs. Heck, I didn't even know our Shimakaze was back over here. I guess I thought he was sailing straight to A, but props for coming back to that guy. So yeah, big HP pools. German DDs are known for that, right? I feel like with Z-52, it's kind of disappointing. So average health, we're beat out by the Daring, and the Daring gets heals, oh, and Holland. So in terms of survivability, Z-52 is kind of just, it's just meh. And with this thing being so big, I feel like she eats pins pretty badly. The ship can take a lot of damage. Full AP pins from DDs, full AP pins from some cruisers. Battleships are still going to overpin, but this thing being such a massive destroyer, it eats damage pretty bad. It's why I want Billy Sims on this thing, just to beef up that HP pool. We have it up to, I mean, we're approaching 25,000, so it's even up past the Cabaros. Now, the thing we don't get is good armor. Unlike the alternative destroyers, the ones that get 25 millimeters of armor midship, like the Schultz and the Elbing, we just have the normal 19 millimeters of armor. So that's a little bit of a disappointment, but it's fine. And also, I just wanted to point that out. Just make sure you know this is the top of the normal German destroyer line. So the Moss, the Z-23, the Z-46, and then the culmination of it all is here, the Z-52. And that's actually the first destroyer line I ever got to tier 7 was the Z-23. And it was a bit of a disappointment, I'm not going to lie, but this ship, wow, there's some pretty good blind fire torps, unless he's torping at our battleship here. But yeah, Z-52 has not disappointed. It's been pretty good. The alternative German destroyer lines, I'm calling them the Frankenstein destroyers because those things are freaks, dude. They're freaks. I think they're way too good. This is a totally separate line from them. The Merker, the Schultz, yeah, I think they're too good. I mean, look at the Z-31, for instance. It's a tier 6. That's 3 tiers lower than this, and it has 2,000 more HP than this destroyer stock. They have the most accurate destroyer guns in the game and improved AP pin angles. I think they're stupid strong, and I'm curious if the spreadsheets will agree with me. We kind of took a risk here, but I was hoping to get the Shimakaze out of the fight. Yamato didn't capitalize on that as much as I would have wanted, or as much as he should have. Honestly, we only took a few thousand in damage, so I love it. We're gonna have to smoke up here. There's too much heat, and I don't want to eat a full salvo from Yamato. 2 fires on him though, which is good because these HE shells don't have that high of a fire chance, I don't believe. What was it? Was it 7%? I mean, it's not super impressive. Mostly, you're gonna want to shoot the AP in this ship. Now, in situations like this, yeah, we have to shoot the HE, and you can see we're actually dealing decent pin damage because we get German quarter pin. And it's one of the good things about the HE. So the alpha is terrible, but at least you get good penetration. It should pin 32 millimeters of armor. And with the couple fires there, yeah, Yamato's going to be in bad shape. I wonder if we can get a cheeky torpedo here to finish him off. But we really need to get the heck out of here. This is not looking good. That whole flank on A side has collapsed. There's a Brisbane, that's a radar cruiser, and I believe he has 9.9 kilometer radar range. We're about to find out. So yeah, we need to GTFO. There are still 2 Shimakazes left that I need to try to catch up with. Twist and Track is at Yamato though. So yeah, let's get out of here and watch out for the Brisbane radar, which, there it is. Luckily, it only lasts, 19 seconds or 20 seconds on the Brisbane? It's really annoyingly bad. Like, I wanted to love the Brisbane so much, but it's just a worse Minotaur, in my opinion. Ouch. Okay, that hurt. Now we're down to 13,000 health. We're gonna have to be careful here. So we have a Shimakaze in front of us. At least one. Twist and Track's right over here. We have our sonar going. So the thing about this sonar and stealth sonar is an enemy Shimakaze probably has a 5.1 kilometer detection range. Well, not when I have sonar running. So let's see if we can run into these guys. 5.9 kilometer detection, we should be able to spot them. So effectively, we're making Shimakazes have a 6 kilometer detection, just like that. And let's see, we should be getting pretty close to one of these guys at least. We only have 13 seconds left on the sonar. Okay, there's one spotted. Oh, he's got a lot of health. Okay, the other one's here too, so this could be bad. We need to kill the low health one first, and then probably just try to go dark, because the Brisbane's still going to be gunning for us. Let's keep using the AP, see how it does. We're still getting good pins. This guy's angled just enough. There's one off the board. And yes, I need to go dark. We won't be able to spot that Shimakaze again, and he's just going to keep shooting at us. We'll honestly be lucky to get out of here. Z-35 is just a big, slow kind of target. Now, actually, top speed-wise, 37.5 knots, that's not bad, and you get the 8% speed boost, but she's just a big target, and I feel like she eats a ton of damage. Every time you get spotted, if you're not paying attention and juking, like, you could really eat a ton of damage. So we'll throw the torps, the very mediocre torps in my opinion, back towards the smokescreen, the old widespread. We'll hit him with the widespread and see if we get lucky. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He was bow on too. Like, he was almost like he was ready for him. Yeah. All right. That was kind of clutch, not gonna lie. This match went from looking like a definite loss to looking pretty decent now. Yeah, not bad. The torps though, they're mediocre, and it's why I would definitely want to spec into the guns. This thing is a DD hunter and killer, as we have well proven in this match. We killed all 3 Shimakazes. So yeah, this thing is a DD murderer. The torps though, they're just mediocre. So their alpha damage, 14,400. It's not very good, and you only have 8. This is the smallest torpedo armament to date at legendary tier. They do reload quickly, 85 second stock, so at least you have that going for them, but yeah, just not a ton of damage. And one other stat that you might not know, flooding. So these torps have about half the chance of causing a flood as compared to Shimakaze's torps. The Type 93 Mod 3 torpedoes, yeah, double the chance of these torpedoes right here undealing a flood, if the stats are the same as PC. So yeah, low alpha, low flood chance. Now they do 69 knots, which is pretty fast, and they have 10.5 kilometers. So those stats are actually better than PC Z-52, at least according to the wiki. That's good. And it makes the torp reaction time a little under 8 seconds. Not bad at all. So yeah, I mean not bad, but still, I would definitely spec the guns. As far as this boat goes though, with having, decent concealment and decent speed and decent guns and amazing sonar, like, I think she's pretty good and pretty competitive. Let's see if we can sneak the last kill here. Cheeky little kill. No chance for a Kraken, but we can get our 4th kill. Oh, can we get it? No, all right. Our cruiser got it. That's fine though. Still a good showing out of this ship. And we have another legendary tier beast to take a look at, the Vermont. I'm going to link that video here, so take a look at her if you're interested. 12 457mm guns, look out. Well, that's all I have to say about the Z-52. This is Derka signing off. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.